Hello and welcome back to the I'm Hungry podcast. After a long time, we're back finally. A lot has happened and we're going to get right into it. Daniel's going to go first.
Yeah. All right. I did an internship over the summer at a water engineering place. I talked about it before,
Facts.
but that went really well. I I did some work for this one guy who's in like the R&D department. He's like developing this software with a team that basically does like mass balances and modeling for water processes and stuff. So like you could model your whole plant with it, and it's pretty cool. And so I did a little bit of work for him, and he really liked it. So then he basically just gave me more and more responsibility, and then eventually I was basically in charge of making a model for this client in Texas, and I made the whole thing and I presented it to
This was
and
like a product that like was actually going to be used. Like it's not like
yes,
a
like they needed, like this was a job that the people that the Texas client wanted, and they
wow.
gave it to us, and
That's
he
big
passed
time.
it to me basically. Yeah, no, yeah. And
Did
so
you
he
like use like a CAD software? What did you use?
no, it's a software. It's like a think about like drag and drop coding. So like you've got blocks, right? But instead of code, the blocks represent um like pieces of equipment. So I would like make flow diagrams with these blocks, but the blocks, instead of just being icons, they actually have properties. So you can say, like this piece of equipment does this function and it changes the flow through it a certain way. So it's basically like it was a canal system in Texas, and they wanted to manage their water resources through the year 2070. So we had a bunch of data, and I basically created their whole system virtually, and then we made like a bunch of simulations and stuff. And I presented it to like I did like three presentations, one to like an internal person, then to
Yeah.
another internal person, and then I presented it to the actual like client, and they
Yeah.
really liked it. And yeah, so I'm actually on call for that internship right
Whoa.
now. Yeah,
Damn.
so they retained me.
That's
Uh,
fucking cool, dude. Like that's
yeah,
like that's like real adult shit. Like that's
yeah.
like you're
It wasn't
actually
just
like
like
doing shit for a client and you're like on call. Like they're
yeah,
gonna call you if they're like need work. Like that's
yeah,
kind of cool. Like that's pretty
yeah.
cool.
They
Like you're
yeah,
living
like
like the classic like just like do your work right and you'll get rewarded. Like that's crazy. That's
yeah,
awesome.
exactly.
That's so cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was fun. And then let's see. I mean, that was the big thing. That was what I was doing most of my summer. Music, all this stuff. Yeah, I mean,
Thanks.
just stuff. And then I have started my Darth Vader movie accurate
Yeah,
costume,
yeah,
which
yeah,
you know
yeah.
about. I guess I'll just briefly talk about it.
Yeah,
So
talk
I'm
about
doing
how you're making it and stuff too, because that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So I'm doing like a or a show accurate Obi-Wan Kenobi style Darth Vader. So because like he's
Okay,
basically
so it's from the
he's like
Obi-Wan series.
yeah, like as he appears there. I kind of, in hindsight, I would have preferred to do Rogue One probably, just because that's more like
Yeah,
he looks
you
more
like
like A
Rogue
New
One. It's
Hope.
like your favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he, not my favorite, but like in terms of Darth Vader, he looks a lot like he does in A New Hope, which
Yeah.
is like my favorite Vader. But he's not as like gross and messy because the prop making got a lot better. So that's what I like. But I liked Obi-Wan Kenobi because it's just he's very clean and like crisp looking, and I like
Uh,
the idea of like he's younger. It's cool. So in hindsight, probably Rogue One would have been better, but I'm like leaning into the Obi-Wan. I'm gonna do like the actual like correctly shiny helmet and shiny armor and like
that's
all the
cool.
correct parts and stuff. So, but like for all like the leather and the cape and the gloves and stuff, I've ordered all of that
Really, so you're
tailored.
gonna do like the leather working and stuff.
No,
That's
I'm not doing that. No, no, I ordered that from people. So
oh
like
okay, all right, yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's a whole community of people who make Darth
Just like
Vaders, and I like
oh,
got
there's
on
like
their forum. Yeah,
that people that make them, not just like people
yeah.
that really
No, like
okay.
there's like people like it's called the 501st Legion. Like they're like
Whoa,
they so like and well
there's like a
that
name for
describes
them.
yeah, like that describes like the whole like Star Wars cosplay official national organization. But then there's the Sith Lord detachment of that, and
Whoa,
they do like
there's
Darth
sex.
Maul. Yeah, they do Darth Maul, Darth or Count Dooku, Darth
Okay.
Vader, and Darth Sidious. So, like all the
So
main
the
people
Sith
you see in the
cosplay
movies.
community is
Yeah.
thriving.
Yes. And like
Yeah.
I joined their forum online so I can see like how
Facts.
they do it and their
Yeah.
works. I can ask questions and stuff, but
That's
like
dope.
they're very particular. Like if you want to be part of their, like they do troops for charity, so like they'll all get suited up and like
That's
go out
sick.
and like just do stuff at events. But if you want to be part of that, you have to have a certified costume. So like when you make your
Like
costume,
you to get in, like this isn't a
yeah,
posers club. Like you have to be
no,
about it. You already have to have like a costume of a Sith.
yeah, and it has to be movie accurate too. Like if you have to say this is my Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader, and
Wow.
you submit your
This
costume and they
is
review it.
legit. This is
Yeah,
legit. Damn.
so that's not what I'm interested in right now. Maybe in the future, but right now I just want to make something that's like accurate enough for me. It doesn't need to be like
Yeah.
perfect. I want it to be cool. But
That's like.
yeah. So like,
Yeah, that's like. I forgot what I was gonna say. Just keep going. Yeah.
keep going. Is that what you
I
said?
forgot what I was.
Give
Oh
me
wait,
1
wait.
minute.
I remember. Like Star Wars. Like the coolest thing about the Star Wars villains to me was always like they looked cooler. They looked cooler than every Jedi. Every Jedi was just like a guy in a robe, except like Yoda, because he's like a little green goblin in a robe.
Yeah.
And he like jumps around. So he was cool, but like Darth Maul, Darth Vader, like those
like,
guys.
in terms of character design,
you just look at them and you're like,
yeah.
you're a
Like
badass.
I was actually talking to my roommates about this the other day. Like I showed them the helmet, my work in progress helmet, and they thought it was cool. And we started talking about it, and it was like we were just talking about how like Darth Vader, especially when you first see him on screen in A New Hope, when he like walks into the white hallway of the ship, the Tantive 4.
It's a very like intense contrast.
Yeah, like it's like he's got white background with this giant black like armored dude.
Yeah,
with a
he's
cape.
huge. He's like massive.
Yeah, and it's just like you immediately know. Like they did such a good job with the design, because like you don't look at his costume and go, "That's a cool costume." You look at the character and go, "Like that's the bad guy of the movie." Like, oh, this is the villain. You immediately know that. So it's like it's just such a cool costume. That's why I would prefer, if I had to pick one costume from Star Wars to like make really good, it would be Darth Vader, just because he's like just the coolest character ever. Like
That's
just
pretty
design
sick.
wise. Yeah. And I can show, I got my helmet. You've seen it, but like here's the face mask of the helmet. But you can see it's covered in primer, and the red stuff is Bondo. And I've been sanding that down, and now it's pretty smooth. I have to do like a few more coats and sanding repetitions, but
Yeah, that's
it's much smoother now. And I've also concealed a lot of the lines where I joined the 3D parts together, because I printed it. You know this. I'm just explaining for our audience. Actually,
yeah, no, totally.
Everyone in the audience who's like actually watching this probably already knows about it. So
Yeah, like literally.
or like, but yeah.
Shout out if you are watching this. Shout out you, because like we have like partially my fault. Probably no, not partially. Like mostly my bad. I mean, it's not my bad, but it's just like I've been. I'll get to it later on, but like I've been going around a lot of places.
And it was summer. I mean, it's also summer break too, so like that could be our kind of.
What is it, like 3 months? We would do that during the school year.
We'll miss that much normally. But I also have like I was talking about the leather parts and like the fabrics I ordered, and they're all tailored, or most of them I ordered to be tailored to like my measurements and stuff. But I received my gloves.
Whoa.
So
those are cool.
Yeah. They've got the ribs, all the way up.
Yeah, that's dope.
I was like super excited about it in the first few days because they fit super well, and like it's awesome. It's like, pure leather. But I realized that they have too many. Yeah, like they're really comfortable. I realized they have too many of these ribs because my arm is pretty, like, I think the guy, I don't know how it happened. I should have been notified, but he added, there are 15 rib sections here, and there should be 12 if I want to be accurate.
They ruined your chances. They literally ruined your chances. Like, and there's gonna be there's like that group of people that are like
they would immediately notice. They would point. That
has 15. There's supposed to be 12. Get the fuck out of here. Like,
yeah, like they would. If I just showing them like just this shot, they'd immediately be like, the glove's too long.
Yeah.
This is wrong.
Nope.
So that annoyed me, but I reached out to the seller yesterday, and he got back to me, and I was like, is there any chance you can send me a replacement with the correct number of quilts? Because if he had asked me, hey, your arm is pretty long, can I add more quilts, I would have been like, maybe, sure, or probably not, but he didn't say that, so I figured I was well within my right to say, hey,
did you specify 12?
He did the listing. The description of the product says 12, and then he put 15. So
Oh, yeah, then that's even like that's kind
yeah,
of like
right.
yeah, like wait, so he made it specifically for a Darth Vader cosplay.
Yeah,
Or like
this is a guy who makes
it's like
movie accurate
specifically Darth
leather
Vader
props.
and it
Yes. This is
specifies
like
12.
yes. It says, and it
Oh,
also
then this
says
guy's yeah, and this guy's
it
like
says it says meets 501st requirements too. So like if it had it's he makes movie accurate leather gloves for like all the characters, but he for this one he
yeah,
didn't
then
tell me he
you could
added
totally
these.
just like hit him up and be like, "Hey man,
Yeah,
this like literally just doesn't meet the 501st requirements." So
that's what I did. I told him that. I said, I obviously I'm not actually hoping to meet the requirements, but
but
I told
if
him I
you're
would like to meet the
advertising it
yeah,
as
right,
such, I would
right.
like it as such. Like
Exactly. So I said that, and I was expecting him. It's on Etsy, and I was
Etsy.
expecting him to get back. I feel like a jerk when I do that anyway. But then I was also expecting him to get back and be like, sorry, no. But he got back to me. He was like, can you give me a bullet point list of the changes? That'll be easy. And then so I was like, maybe he seems like he might actually do it. So I
Yeah.
may end up with. Oh, the other problem was, I don't know if you can see it, but on these two fingers there are cloth pads instead of
Mm.
pure leather.
Mm.
And I think that's the touchscreen enabled gloves. So like I can use my
Oh.
phone. I tried it. I can't use my phone with any of the other fingers except these two. So I think that's what it is. But on the listing, it said touchscreen feature optional, and I did not ask for it. So I figured it wouldn't come with that.
Wow. Interesting. This
Yeah, I
is
know. So
weird.
maybe he
Mm.
defaults to putting it on there unless you tell him not to, which it did not say. So I
That's
asked for that too. So I think it seems like he might be willing to do it. Plus, I paid a lot for these, and I want them to be like
yeah, leather
perfect.
gloves. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And they
got
were
to be
more
worth a
than
little
like
bit.
there's a few other sources that
Custom
the
leather
501st.
gloves.
Yeah, exactly. So like I want them to be perfect for the amount that I paid for them, and
Yeah.
he seems receptive. Like he seems like he might do it. So at the end of the day, I may end up with a pair of gloves that's not movie accurate, but I can use my phone, and a pair of gloves that's movie accurate. So like that'd be pretty cool.
Facts.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Like I'm working.
Yeah.
Oh well, I mean, I guess school wise, I'm. Well, we can talk about that. Like let's do our summers first,
Yeah.
and then we can
So I
move
guess
on.
my summer was pretty crazy. I just did a lot of. Well, first of all, I got kicked out of my house, so I'm not gonna
Yeah.
get into like the nitty gritty details. But yeah, like I came back. So I moved out. I moved out of like where I was living during the year. Came back to my house, and I was there for probably about like 2 or 3 weeks before like I got in a big fight with my mom. Like it was a verbal argument.
Mm.
I didn't like do anything, but she thought I was gonna like do something. I don't know what she thought I was gonna do. She calls the cops. She calls the
Oh
police
no.
like when we got in a fight with her, and then like yeah, they just like told me to calm down. Like I wasn't doing anything. Like that's the thing. I don't know why she
Yeah.
called them. I told her I was like they're not gonna be able to do anything. I haven't done anything. I didn't like destroy anything or anything like that. And then, but yeah, so I went to bed, and then the next morning I woke up, and she was just like, you need to get out of the house, like you need to leave. So I was like, all right, like I guess so. Like I'm not gonna stay around, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna fight it. If you're telling me to
Yeah.
leave, like,
Right.
all right, I guess I get the picture. I didn't see it coming. Like I didn't see that coming at all. Like I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done. I still hold this belief. Like I don't think I did anything to deserve like that kind of treatment. But yeah, either
Mm.
way, got kicked out of the house. That was probably back in like beginning of June. So like yeah, like
Okay.
beginning of the
Yeah.
summer. And I was taking a summer school class like at the time. And I got kicked out on like a Thursday, like right before a quiz. It was real bad. Like I was freaking
Oh
out.
shoot.
But I had 2 summer school classes that I needed to pass during the summer. I really focused in on that. So I was like couch hopping to like my friends places, because the first class I was taking was in Tempe. Like it was an in-person class during the summer
Oh
in
yeah.
Tempe, and so I had to go. Like I couldn't just like my dad. I stayed with my dad and my grandpa the other half of the summer, but they live in Casa Grande, so
Oh
I
yes.
wasn't
You
able to
couldn't.
do that the
You
first half
could
of the
not
summer.
commute. Yeah.
So I just was like hopping around at my buddies' places and stuff. So like, shout out Felipe, shout out Gabo and Nick, shout out my aunt Nita, shout out my cousin Vince.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice of them.
Yeah, so those are all the people that helped me stay. You know Felipe. Felipe.
Yeah, yeah.
Felipe is a friend from high school. He's my boy. Go way back. He's probably like one of my first pretty good friends in at Saguaro. That was
Yeah,
cool.
nice.
But, yeah.
Well, that's cool.
I won't lie though. He had hella mosquitoes in his apartment. It was like an older place. It's around here. It's around Tempe, and like I don't know. See if you can see it.
Inside?
Like in the house. So like I used to have 2 piercings. I used to have one there.
Yeah.
And then one here. If you can see, like it's kind of healed over now, but basically like a mosquito like bit my ear piercing, and it, like in the ear piercing. Like, I don't know.
In the hole.
In the hole.
In the tube.
Like I don't know, but like I swear to God, I was just chilling on the couch one night and I felt like something itch my ear and I like slapped it and I heard like a bing, and I saw the mosquito go out and I was like, oh, like my eyes were watering like thinking about this. Oh, like it's so gross. But yeah, and like it got swelled up and it got like it filled with pus.
Oh,
it was the most disgusting thing. I didn't think about it. I tried not to think about it a lot. I remember one time. So like this happened like the end of the week. So like I like moved to my friend. So I moved from Felipe's to my friend Gabo and Nick's, like while this was happening, and like it was like the first night I got to their place. I was sleeping on their couch, and I was like, I had just got out of the shower, and I sat on the couch. And I was wearing like a nice like hoodie, like it was like clean. I look on my shoulder, there's just like a puddle of like pus. I know, disgusting, disgusting. And I felt my ear, and it was like wet, and it was just like because it popped, like it popped.
Dripping. Oh yeah.
Just gross. There was like chunks. There was like chunks in it. There was like little pieces of like I don't know what.
So it got infected, right? Like Right. I wonder if it's because that's like a horrible place to get bit.
Yeah.
Inside a hole in your ear. That's pretty horrible.
Gross. Yeah. Just absolutely nasty. But I washed it with soap, kept it clean, and now it doesn't bother me anymore. But it is like you can still see it. Like I showed you.
See where it was.
Where it was. Maybe I'll get it re-pierced. Maybe I won't.
Is it noticeable that it was? Like, can you tell that there was something besides just a healed over piercing hole, or is it like just looks like a healed over piercing hole?
I don't really care either. It kind of just looks like a dot, like a.
Which is what you'd expect for a piercing that healed over.
It's a little like thicker, I guess you could say, but like
it probably built up some.
I don't know. I have a scar on my other ear right here, so like
why?
I ran into a wall while I was blacked out, drunk. I don't remember it because I was but there's videos of me like sitting on this like
now it's symmetrical.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, actually, damn. Call me scar ears. I don't know. Ear scar. Skiers, scar ears. I don't know.
I feel like there should be a good pun, but there isn't.
Yeah.
Like Scarface.
Sears.
Scar side of face. I don't know. But yeah, that sucks.
Scar. No. Yeah, I don't know. Fucking. But yeah, so just like chilled out at like these people's houses for like the first summer. Passed my first class.
Nice.
And then I went down to my grandfather's house to stay with my dad and him because my dad stays with him because he's getting kind of older. And he's just like, so like he was staying with him. So I stayed with them for like the entire month of July basically. And I was taking another class online at the time. So passed that too. But yeah, I was just like kind of bumming it. I don't know. I've been trying to figure out how I'm trying to start a clothing brand kind of. I have some like I think I talked to you about it a little bit. Did I show you the designs? Yeah, so I showed you the designs. I'm trying to do that. I don't know. I still need to come up with a new name for it. My name got snatched. I was like looking at Instagram, and it was just like my exact concept. Like, oh shit, okay. I guess I need to like switch up now. But I designed like a logo, and I like the logo, and I showed it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do that. that was one thing I was working on a lot in Casa Grande. Like I made some tags, and I have those shirts sitting like right behind me.
So wait, are you? Because you were. What's your major right now? Or like you were.
I'm still a material science engineering major. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
But then, were you doing a fashion minor, or you?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but like it's just too much work, especially with material science. Like I'm taking a lot of classes this semester. Like I'm taking quantum mechanics. I think that's pretty cool.
Ooh,
it's really basically just like particle physics.
Okay, yeah.
It's not actually like quantum science. It's more just like physics on a really small scale.
But I feel like
from what I understand of it so far, I may be completely wrong in that.
Yeah, but like I mean, it's gotta if it's called quantum mechanics, it's probably quantum mechanics. But maybe like when people hear quantum mechanics, does anyone really know?
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, oh, that's so cool. But then probably when you find out exactly what it means, you're like, is this really quantum mechanics? Like,
exactly.
A magical thing that I expected it to be.
Like but I do think it's interesting that I'm taking a class with the adjective quantum.
Yeah, that's cool. You wouldn't expect. That sounds pretty.
Like that's some science fiction shit that I did not expect to happen in my lifetime.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I feel like we're that much closer. Huh?
I didn't expect. I'm taking mathematical or chemical engineering modeling, and it's like a math-ish. Well, definitely a math course, but it's basically differential equations, starting from where we left off in differential equations and continuing. So
really?
I was never expecting to have to do things like Bernoulli equations and integrating factor and like method of undetermined coefficients.
Oh fuck that!
I didn't even remember all of that. Right, I had no idea.
Actually, what was the other one? I think I liked method of undetermined coefficients better than the other one that was like the other one.
I only know 3 right now.
Yeah.
I literally only know because I spent last night studying and doing the like practice assessment to get back up to speed. Because like senior year of high school is when I took. Yeah, that's when I was exposed
one
to
of the classes I just took over summer was differential equation.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so like you're honestly probably better at it than I am. I can remember absolutely nothing. I literally found a PDF, like a .edu PDF online last night. Just read through the whole thing, took notes, like taught myself how to do it, and I feel confident about that now, but I just don't know what other methods I need to know. But it's like that's something I was not expecting. Like apparently, like to be a reaction engineer, you use differential equations a lot, like to model them. Probably you do it a lot on the computer, but we're learning how to like, set up given a problem with like a reaction that you need to design a reactor for, set up a differential equation that models it and then solve it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You took AP Chem, right?
Yeah.
I never took AP Chem. I took AP Bio, and that's it.
Yeah, right.
That's the only class, the only AP test I got credit on. AP Bio. Can you believe it, Miss? Hey, shout out Miss Tillier though. Shout out Miss Tillier. Yeah. Whatever the fuck your name is now, you got married or some shit.
Yeah, that was a really fun class, and also that was the birthplace of the I'm Hungry podcast.
Yeah, it was. That's crazy. That's funny.
AP Bio.
That was good. That was a fun class. That was a good class.
Yeah.
What else am I talking about? Oh yeah, I guess there's not much else to talk about on my end about the summer, but yeah, like it was just wild. It was like wild. Getting kicked out of the house was something I never thought would happen to me. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't know. I just never thought it would happen to me. Like I don't know why I never thought it would happen to me, but I just didn't think it would happen to me. But yeah.
Right.
So. Like I moved in here all by myself. Like I didn't have any furniture. Like I just got this desk that I'm recording on.
Where are you right now?
I'm at an apartment. So my mom is still paying for this apartment because that was like her deal before she kicked me out. But yeah, like it was unfurnished, and I was just like I was being kind of like petty, but I was like I'll stand by it. I was like, I don't want any of the furniture you're gonna give me. I was like, screw off. Like, I don't want your help. Like, I don't want your help, basically.
Right.
And but yeah, so like, I don't have any furniture in here. I'm sleeping on an airbed right now, but it's not that bad. I slept on an airbed for like extended periods of time in my life, many a time. But yeah, like I don't have like my TV's like sitting on the floor.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, like this desk I got from IKEA is pretty fucking nice. I got a bed frame, and I'm gonna get a mattress, maybe even right after this, like dead ass.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Because I also like I feel like I'm learning a lot. I'm cooking for myself, you know what I mean? Like I made some hamburgers the other night. I made some chicken tacos the other night. I'm shopping for myself. I'm cooking for myself. I like to make like eggs, bacon, and some toast in the morning. Apparently, I'm really good at making fried eggs. Like I'm feeling good, feeling productive.
Yeah,
I've got some like weights behind me. I've been trying to like lift those a little bit.
Yeah.
What else? There's something I was just gonna say, but I forgot.
I don't have I mean, that's cool about the cooking. I have like I'm pretty good at cooking, but I just don't have the patience. I don't have the patience to cook like multiple meals for myself a day. You know, especially breakfast. I hate.
It's also doing the dishes. Doing the dishes sucks.
Yeah.
Like doing the dishes is the worst part of cooking.
Like pretty much the only thing I make for myself in my dorm is pasta, just because of the simplicity of the whole process. Like I can make some, you know, I have like my chickpea pasta, so it's like high in protein and stuff. It's like better for you than just like regular pasta. So I make that, throw some olives on there, Parmesan cheese and sauce, done, and then I don't have any dishes to clean except my bowl, my fork, and the pot that I use to cook it. So, but it's like beyond that, I just that's the cool, like eggs and bacon and toast in the morning. That sounds pretty good. I just get like a cheese.
No, yeah, like breakfast I would say is the most satisfying meal to eat for me. Like especially when I cook it, it's nice. It's really nice. But like I got a credit card too. Like I applied for a credit card. I got a credit card.
It's not. Is it the what is it? The black credit card we were talking about on one of our.
That you need to be like a billionaire to get that. That's my goal though. Like straight up, that is my goal. I want a black card. Like I want a black card. Like that is my life goal. Not my life goal. I don't want to base my life goal around capitalist, like deities. I don't know.
It's like a bucket list item.
Yeah, like you're lying to me if you say you wouldn't want to be rich. Like you don't want money. You don't want like a private like assistant that you could just call up and be like, hey, like I'm a millionaire.
I really don't want that. I legitimately don't want that. I would feel so bad.
No, that would be the ultimate thing, because it's their job. Like they're assigned to you. Like when you get the card, they're assigned to you. Like they are for you.
I could not. It would have to be. I don't know. For some reason, I just can't do it. I wouldn't be able to like tell them to do anything. They would literally just do nothing, and I would pay them. If I was like forced to have an assistant. Like,
no, but it's like that's how you like get the things. You call them. You're like, hey, like I want reservations at this really expensive restaurant tonight. Yeah. Like, hey, I want tickets to this concert tonight. Like, hey, I need flowers on my yacht right now.
That just seems like I just wouldn't be able to like create or like, you know, like when you're like if I'm like that where I want an assistant, that creates a job, right? I couldn't create a job that exists solely to please me.
Yeah.
Or like. For someone to
that's why you're the better of all of us, Daniel.
Like I couldn't do that. But like the other things, like I would, you know, obviously, like my dream is to like have my own chemical engineering company that like makes boatloads of money and
that would be dope.
Saves the environment.
That would be dope.
That's pretty much it. But yeah, like
fucking
the black card bucket list.
Yeah, with that you could just ball out though. Also,
but didn't you say there's a bunch of like secret benefits for it too?
Yeah.
Or like
you get like miles and shit.
I thought there was like behind the scenes stuff that nobody knows about.
I would know. Why would I know?
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, fucking what was I gonna say? But yeah, so I'm feeling like I'm in a position right now where I could really like really take a hold of like things, you know what I mean? Take a hold of not like just kind of what I want to do. I'm realizing more and more it's like life really is just whatever you want. Like I don't need to fit into the rules if I don't want to.
Yeah.
I just need to do it in a way that is like not like super obstructive.
Yeah.
Because then people notice me too much.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I've also just been really thinking about like going full influencer. Like,
oh yeah.
should I just start like doing TikTok, YouTube, like just really monetizing my entire life? You know what I mean? No time for enjoyment. Like everything I do has to be a venture. You know what I'm saying?
That just inherently sounds not like what you should do. You just said no time for enjoyment. Like, if there's no time for enjoyment in your life,
But then I
that
would
doesn't
have
sound
money.
right.
But then I would have money.
You just said no one should base their life around
Yeah.
having a credit card or money.
You're right. Fuck. Why do we... This is the curse of the capitalist society.
Yeah. Well, so it's because like money.
Like I have a better option. I don't even know.
Like people say money doesn't give you happiness, but I don't. That's not. You can't just say that and have it be true. It's not unequivocally true. Like, I guess when they say that, they mean like, if you succeed in your life and now you have as much money as you could ever want, but like you have no other meaningful things going on. Yeah, that probably would make you kind of sad, but that's because you look at your life and you've only made money. You know, like if right now I was given like a ton of money, that would bring me a lot of happiness because I would use it to make myself happy. You know, like it is not just a black and white issue.
Especially it's like
money doesn't make you happy.
It's like happiness begets happiness, or like the fucking Minute Maid. You put good in, get good out, or whatever. It's like you can't be happy without first being able to appreciate like what you have.
Yeah.
Also, the past isn't real. The past doesn't exist.
Why doesn't the past exist?
Just because it's fake. I don't know. Think about it.
Like you're saying you can't measure the past.
Think about it.
Experimentally.
In what context does the past like ever truly matter?
Well, what if we just repeat the past? What if there's some bad thing happened in the past and we don't learn from it at all? Like we just forget about it and then it's just gonna happen again.
Well, I guess you could learn from it, but like in a true dynamic situation that requires like a timed action, I don't think the past really has any bearing ever. Like the past is like in terms of like a study, like if you know more about the past you're probably better off, but like if you don't know more about the past, you don't know more about the past, you know what I mean?
Okay, but let's instead of thinking of the past as like history, let's think about it like your personal experiences throughout your life. If you lived every day and forgot the day before, you would never develop. Like physically,
That is true. That is true.
You need to have experience. Like you need to live life. You can't live life without the past because the past is just the life you've already lived. Like
that is true. So the past does matter then, I guess.
Does matter. It physically makes at least your brain, well, and your whole body. It like physically impacts how you are right now
but only in a sense of progression. It's like the normal force.
It's like the what?
It's like the normal force to gravity, you know what I mean? Like it's what we can like push off.
I guess, yeah.
It's like if the present is my foot and the ground is the past and my muscles are the future. Am I making sense?
I don't think that worked. I think you just chose arbitrary body parts to be different things. I don't think that was the right. Like, shouldn't the?
No, it's like
you push off the ground. And
like we push off the past into the future.
Right. So your muscles wouldn't be the future. I guess it would be like what's ahead of you is the future. Right?
Yeah.
The air, like,
the kinetic energy. I don't know.
Sure.
Why am I trying to relate these concepts? Either way. So it does matter, but in a purely structural sense.
Well, what do you mean by structural?
Like,
to me, structure is the
to
structure
time,
of the brain.
To time, to like development, to progress.
Well, there's like I think we talked about this before, but like there's a postulate that when the universe ends, like by heat death, the only thing. Like, black holes will eat everything, and eventually...
Yeah. And even then, those will die out, and it'll be like a purely uniform universe.
Right, and then time won't matter, because there's no change in the universe ever, so time, like, loses meaning. I mean, in that case, There's no without time. If we consider that's a universe without time, there is no change ever. So without time, and time includes past, present, and future, right? It's the linear thread of time. Without that, there's no change. Like you can't have any change, regardless of what kind, without time. It's just like a soup that just never. It's a block that just never changes.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, so like time is like the little chicken bits, or no, past is like the chicken and like carrots and noodles.
What? What
Past.
chicken and carrots?
Like in the soup.
Oh, in the soup. Yeah. Time is like the chicken and
like
carrots.
past is that.
I'd say time is
past. The past.
Oh, the past.
The past is like the chicken bits.
But wouldn't the chicken bits and the carrots be like planets and stars and stuff and like things?
No, yeah, you're not on the same level.
Okay.
You're not thinking with me here.
Okay.
Yes, but also no at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You get me?
Can you help me out then? I mean,
like you were saying like time, like past is like necessary for like physical development. It's so it's like past is kind of everything. Like we see the past around us, we live in the present.
Okay, yeah, sure, yes.
What is the future then?
I don't know.
What were we talking about even before this?
I don't remember. I think you just randomly said the past doesn't
I said
matter.
the past didn't matter, and then we shot off. That's fun. What was I talking about? Damn.
Yeah, there was something before that, right?
Yeah, and it was like because like I remember it being like kind of a thing I wanted to go off of, and then we went.
Oh, we were talking about happiness, money, and happiness. Right?
Oh yeah.
And
yeah, so it's like you need to learn how to be happy now in order to be happy in the future.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can't just expect. Yeah, I guess that's probably where that comes from. Like if you.
It's like you can't be like. You can't be like, only one subscriber. You have to be like, one subscriber.
Yeah.
So that way, when you get to 100 subscribers, you're not gonna be like, 100 subscribers. You're gonna be like, 100 subscribers.
But also, if you think about like subscribers like money, if you are miserable now, but just focused on making money in the hopes that you'll be happy when you see that money in the future, like with subscribers, if you have one subscriber now, and you're like, this sucks. I need more subscribers. Then when you get to 100 subscribers, you're still gonna have that mindset, and you won't be able to appreciate the 100. Right?
Yeah.
So like,
replace subscriber with like anything.
Yeah. You need to just learn how to.
Does that thing really matter to you? I guess is the point then.
But even if you can say yes, it does, you need to learn how to make it matter to you in a healthy way. Because like money might matter. If money matters to you.
Yeah.
Then you can either be like, money matters to me, but I need to make money right now, and I'm not going to have any fun. Just need to make money. It'll make me happy in the future, so I'm going to make myself.
Yeah. You got to pick one or the other. Are you working or are you dreaming?
Yeah. Right. Exactly. If you're like, money makes me happy, so I want to make a bunch of money. Like, let's do some fun things, and then I'll learn how to make money. Like, you need to. If you approach it the right way, then you can turn anything into happiness. But if you are like. If you think that just having the thing will make you happy, that's probably what brought about that like saying that money doesn't make you happy. Because those people who follow that are just thinking about having the money. They don't figure out they don't think about how much happiness they get from getting the money.
Exactly. Like all my sneakerheads out there, here's an analogy for you. Like, are you buying that shoe because it's an object of desire, or are you buying that shoe because you're excited about how it's gonna look on your feet?
Yes, exactly. And like with Darth, with my Darth Vader, I'm making it not because I think it'll make me happy to be part of like the costuming organization, like the 501st.
It makes you excited to like be Darth Vader. And you're excited for the experience there.
Yeah, I will literally put it on for no reason in the middle of a random. Like, if I've got free time to, like, suit up as Darth Vader, just walk around a little bit, I'll just do it. And I don't need an audience or anything. I literally just be like, I look really cool. Like, I'll just hang out in my suit.
I feel like that's something I'm learning, like, gradually, is that, like, it's not about. I don't know where I'm going with this, but like I'm gonna work my way there. Like I guess maybe it's just about like living. You know what I mean? You just gotta live. Like you gotta do things, and you can't like take it too seriously. I guess like
because you don't know where you're gonna end up.
Like
you don't know
yeah,
what's gonna
like
happen.
if you're like up awake sleeping at night because you have so much shit to do, it's like that. Well, that's gonna keep you up more. Like just go to bed. Like I know how like how hard that is to say, but it's like I like don't. I don't know. So I've been going to bed early too. Like I've been feeling good lately, but I'm not making any sense, and I sound so lame. But it's just like you really have to do the right thing. Like you know what the right thing is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like most people do.
Yeah.
And if you don't, go watch like Superman or something. I don't know. Go watch like a Superman movie. Like Superman's the copy that we should go off of. Like we just try to be like Superman, and everybody will be like super happy all the time because we're all just gonna be good people. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like
I feel like most people have an intuition about the right thing to do. Like, and that's like part of the foundation of like happiness philosophy. Like a lot of like the old books on philosophy, on happiness, like they start with things like most people have an intuition about what happiness is and what morality is. Like most people, if you ask them, will be able to tell you what the right thing or the wrong thing is. And then the question is, how do they know that? And like, how can we generalize that? So like, it's like a known thing that most people like know what the right thing to do is. And you know, and like they don't. Like you're saying, if you're lying awake at night worrying about stuff, like you should just go to bed, because right now the only thing you can do is go to bed.
Yes. That's exactly it.
Right.
That's exactly
the only thing that will help you is to go to bed. So like you should do that. That's your first step, and check it off. And then in the morning you'll wake up, you'll be more rested. It'll probably still be like, crap, I got stuff to do, but then you'll just start the first thing you need to do, like the most urgent thing.
Wow.
And you'll get it done. That's all you can do.
I have a really great example for this as well. That was like literally a question on my quantum homework. It was like, how does like the crystalline structure of like blah 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 like affect this versus this, and it was like the microstructure versus the macrostructure or something. And like I forget the exact answer, but in the lecture I'm pretty sure my teacher explained something that like the microstructure is the most important part because it's what determines like everything else on the macro level. You know what I mean? So like also so I guess that's another piece of advice. I'm hungry advice. Don't get overwhelmed. Break it up to as small pieces as possible as you can.
Yeah. One step at a time.
Like that's literally, if that's what you have to do, if it's like, oh fuck, I need to take a shower right now, but I can't even get out of bed. It's like, just take it one step. You know what I mean?
Just remove the blankets.
Exactly. Like, step one, remove blanket. Like, step two, get cold.
Anymore.
Yeah,
exactly. You'll want to get up. Like this morning, I try and go to the gym both Saturday and Sunday morning because like no one's there and it's really nice. So yesterday I woke up and I felt really good and I went and I got it done. I was like, yes. And then today I woke up and I was like, and I was like, no, you know what? Just sit here for a second, think about it. I will feel much better if I just get up right now instead of like hanging out in my bed, you know?
Yeah.
So, and then I went and it was good. It's just what you have to do.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit of willpower to do the first thing, and then it kind of snowballs and you're doing a good thing.
Literally like learn how to start. I guess that is the best advice I think I could give, is like learn how to start the thing, like learn how to start it.
Yeah.
My dad gave me some good advice like that too. He told me to make my bed every morning, because that's like that's like a one good achievement that you can just start like doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then I made my bed after I got back from the gym, and like you look at the bed and you're like, hey, my bed's made. That's nice. And like it's just seeing that you did it is nice. You know, when you don't think about it when you don't do it. You're like, I don't care. But when you see that you've done it, you feel like a little tiny bit of accomplishment.
And like starting doesn't even have to be like a big thing. Like, it could literally just be like opening up a Google Doc or something and like typing your name and like the date and like the teacher's name.
Yeah.
And like the title.
Yeah. Right.
That could be starting. Like, you know what I mean?
Reviewing differential equations. Oh, why is my camera? Hold on.
Yeah, it's kind of
reviewing differential equations. There we go. Like, whoa. I have spent the last 2 weeks procrastinating on like going back and relearning diffeq, and then last night I finally did it. Or actually most of the day yesterday I finally did it, because I was like, well, on Monday we have like the first assignment due, so I was like, now is, I've got to do it now. I have time. I don't have any other more urgent work. This is the most urgent thing, so this is the next step. And then I started by writing down like review notes at the top of my notebook or something, and then I was like, okay, and then I started doing it, and it's like not nearly as bad as I thought. Like, I'm fine. So
yeah,
you just have to start. You have to do something, and you'll see that it's not that bad, and then you get it done, and you feel really good.
Yeah. Dang, we got a lot of advice there. We're at like 45 right now.
We could probably end.
Yeah. Right? Is there anything? I mean, there's some other stuff I could talk about, but I kind of wanted to just save it for next time, because it already happened a little bit ago, and it's not really imperative.
Right. Yeah. We can just wait. We're at a good stopping point.
I agree.
Wisdom.
Given some I'm hungry wisdom. What do you think we should title this one? I was thinking one earlier, and it was based off what you were saying earlier in the podcast. Yeah. What were you saying earlier? Like at the beginning.
I was thinking about the chicken soup. I thought that'd be a fun one.
Chicken soup.
Something. Well, it should include time, like the past, like time, chicken soup, and like getting started. Like, that was kind of the main advice, right? It was like
getting started.
Happiness. Like, I think it should just be a big jumble of stuff about like chicken soup and time and.
No, let's just do something happiness. Let's do something about the Star Wars guys.
Okay.
The Star Wars guys. The Sith cosplay is thriving or something.
Yeah, the Sith cosplay is thriving.
Sith cosplay is thriving.
I feel like I feel like that doesn't capture enough of what we talked about, though.
I feel like that's the point, though. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
And then all of a sudden it like goes off somewhere else.
Yeah, that's fine.
But that might be a little too subversive. Comment what you prefer in the comments below.
Yeah, we'll pick one, and then you can tell us.
And then tell us what vibe do you prefer for next time.
Yeah, there we go. Let's do the Sith cosplay is thriving.
Sith cosplayers are thriving. Sith cosplay is thriving.
I think Sith cosplay is thriving.
Yeah,
because like it is the activity of Sith cosplay.
I agree. All right, is there anything else you want to say?
I don't think so.
All right, cool. Goodbye.